This weekend in Monaco, we did not only have our race cars running here on the street circuit, we, on top of it, also had a top star from the global world of entertainment, Dua Lipa, to be our guest. And she was not only our guest, she was also part, let's say, of the race setup. In the special GT3 RS with a special livery of her Rennstall, she was guiding our race cars into the circuit.
It's round 2 in Monaco, and it's what everybody is waiting for. All this elevation change, and I remember as a driver, lap 1 was the most amazing. All these images that comes in your mind, it's what we've seen on TV for years, it's history.
I think at this track a big thing is getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. I remember my first time, I was a little bit scared, but then over the time I got much more confident, finding the tips and tricks here at Monaco myself.
Monaco is always special. 3 times I was on the podium and many top 6 positions. Street circuit, I love it. I always say to other people, the guardrail is the white line. I hit the barriers, it's every year the same. Left and right, I always hit it, that's the limit.
You had 2 red flags, yellow flags with car in the walls. So when you get the free lap, you just need to make sure you're 105% on it, and really happy that we managed to do this, especially together with the team. They had a lot of work after last week. Being here now on pole position and P3 with both cars, it's a great result for the team, and this is what we're supposed to do.
Amazing first session, first qualifying in Monaco. I mean, I loved it. I loved driving this track. I must say it was quite difficult with all the red flags that came into play. I had to regain focus every time. P1 rookie, top 10 finish. So happy with the result.
Many drivers didn't get the lap time that they were able to do. So many drivers are unhappy with their starting position. Unfortunately, here in Monaco, it is very difficult to change it. So the best chances for overtaking will be at the start, and therefore watch out for it. It's going to be interesting.
To the right of screen is Theo Overhaus, to the left is pole sitter Robert De Haan, and we are go for round 2 of the season in the Porsche Mobil 1 Supercup. An even start off the line, and it will be De Haan who leads us up through Saint-Devote. Theo Overhaus in second, Keegan Masters trying to get round the outside of Marvin Klein, who spun into the barriers and back into the pathway of the field, and we have a Porsche Mobil 1 Supercup car park. Huge incident on the first lap. Red flag is out.
Well, that didn't take long, did it? Cars going side by side, just turned him around into the barrier.
Let's have a look again.
Yeah, Keegan Masters just going round the outside there, and I don't think Marvin Klein would have seen him coming round the outside. You know, effectively turned him round, as you see there. Yeah, he's not seen him there at all.
And we are crazy. Sorry, Marvin, sorry. I'm sorry for you, really sorry.
I don't think Keegan Masters has done a lot wrong there, to be honest. It's, for me, a bit of a racing incident.
Yeah, it seems that, doesn't it? Marvin Klein, not just out of this race, he was out of the previous race as well, and he came into this a title favourite. And Walter Borderkamps is also out of the race as well. It shows how crucial qualifying is at Monaco, doesn't it? You get onto the front row. He and Theo Overhaus saw nothing of that at all, did they? They were through.
You know, it doesn't take a lot of contact for it to go very wrong around the streets of Monaco. It doesn't take any prisoners.
Robert De Haan happy to go at a slow pace. You can't blame him, can you? He's trying to catch out now Theo Overhaus, and he's done just that. Out of Anthony No's corner we go. We are green in round 2 for the Porsche Mobil 1 Supercup here at Monaco, and Robert De Haan leads us up to Saint-Devote. It is Theo Overhaus in second, Gueretti in third. Just over 2 minutes to go, Gary.
Yeah, a good start there. As you say, he's just slowing the pack just to try and run a bit of time down. I think we're going to have probably 2 racing laps here, so he didn't want to get started too soon. He wants as fewer laps as possible being in the lead of the race.
Out of towards Mirabeau now, and it is Robert De Haan leading Theo Overhaus. Gueretti there. This looks like the closest battle on track. Are we going to see a move from Gueretti? He thought about it into the hairpin, didn't quite make it. Nicolas Skona in the bright yellow and black livery under all sorts of pressure from the rookie Dirk Schuiten, who's doing a great job.
Yeah, they're nose to tail coming down into the hairpin. A little bit of light contact further back, but no problems further than that. And we've got Gueretti flashing his headlights lights there at Overhouse, very keen to try and put him off, try and force him into a mistake.
Why wouldn't you? They've been sat under a red flag for a long time. Easy, I'm sure, to lose concentration during that time.
Yeah, it is. You've got to get focus again for this really short race that they've got. So just pushing absolutely as hard as they can with cold tyres effectively, because they've been sat there so long. This is an incredibly difficult challenge for them, and one of the cars just cutting the chicane there, not gaining an advantage, so he'll be okay there.
Kaz Havakil watches from the sideline as his teammate Huub van Eindhoven tries to hold off the pressure of Mikael Ascona there. The orange and white liveried car is the Team GP Elite car of Huub van Eindhoven. Up to the Sandivots corner we go. This will be the final lap of the race now as we head up through Beaurivage and Massenet. Robert de Haan has a good gap out front. Behind, it's very close for second.
Van Eindhoven's car is struggling there, I think, with that damage to the rear wing, and there is a queue of cars behind him, obviously headed by Ascona.
It is Mikael Ascona in P5, doing a great job. He settled into this championship very, very quickly. Now, and that's going to be a bump there for Theo Overhouse. Guiretti in third, just putting a little bit just putting pressure under him going into Portier there, Gary.
Yeah, exactly, and flashing the lights in the tunnel once again. The timer has ticked down to 0. So when they cross the finish line, this will be they will be starting the last lap. So one more lap after this.
Okay, yeah, so he's going to get one more opportunity into Sandivot's corner. Here's Alessandro Guiretti through to back corner and into the swimming pool section. More opportunities to come, and that means Mikael Ascona has to try and hold off the likes of Dirk Schouten, and Theo Overhouse has to sustain this pressure from Guiretti, Gary.
I think that damage to the rear wing of Van Eindhoven's car is really affecting the car. Now the cars have got the tyres up to temperature, and he's under all sorts of pressure from Ascona behind.
Mikael Ascona losing the rear almost out of the corner there. Huub van Eindhoven is a train, and this must be due to that damage you mentioned.
I think it is, yeah, I think it is the damage. He's just struggling to maintain the corner speeds that the other guys have been able to carry, and it's causing a bit of a traffic jam behind him. I definitely can see one of these trying to make a bit of a move as we see cars, someone trying to go around the outside there.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly, that was a bit ambitious move. And we'll see, maybe coming down to the chicane, they might make a move.
Yeah, Ardiel Levy right in the middle there in the blue and white. He was on the podium last time. He's fighting away with Gus Burton, who's moved up to 7th place, almost in the barriers was Robert de Haan there. He looks like he hit the barriers almost there.
Yeah, pushing it right to the limit on this final lap, and second and third have spread out a little bit now, so I think Guiretti's not going to be able to challenge Overhouse for that second place.
And it was first round dramas for Robert de Haan, but he's going to bounce back in the best of styles out of the final corner. And Robert de Haan, it will be a first Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup win for Robert de Haan, who comes across the line to take the checkered flag here at Monaco. What a way to take your first win around the streets of Monaco. Theo Overhouse finishes in second place, 2 podiums in 2 rounds, and Alessandro Guiretti bounces back from a first round DNF.
Well done, Robert. Monaco race winner. It was a short race, but you won the race on Friday qualifying. Monaco race winners, oh my God. And thank you guys so much.
Robert de Haan, his first win in the Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup. He was our rookie champion last year, and he's quickly showing that he can possibly go and take the back-to-back titles like Bastien Bus did.
I had a good launch of the start before the red flag, so I was quite comfortable, but then red flag came out, big crash unfortunately, and this only gave us like 3 to 4 laps of racing, was a bit unfortunate, but there's nothing you can do about it. I still managed to get the win, and just want to thank the team and everyone around so much for their efforts, and a Monaco win is a Monaco win.
This was the result of round 2. Robert de Haan takes his first win in Porsche Mobil 1 Super Cup ahead of Theo Overhouse. Back-to-back podiums for him. Alessandro Guiretti finishes in third place. 3 different teams on the podium, 5 different teams in the top 5. Huub van Eindhoven fourth, Michaela Skåne next in. Our rookie winner was Dirk Schouten. Gus Burton in 7th place with his best results in the championship. Then Ardil Levy, Flint Schuring, Francesco Braschi finished in P10. And that is champagne celebrations. It's been a dramatic round once again. We go racing for round 3 at Barcelona in just a few days' time. But for now, it's goodbye.
Well, it started off really crazy with the turn 1 incident, of course. I could just avoid it, but in the end I got involved in it. Lost the rear wing and lost my left-right toe. So from there on it was all about surviving the 3 remaining laps, and I'm happy to finish the race and take the points home.
My first ever time in Monaco, finishing P5. This is something brilliant. I am very happy about that. I did a very good launch. The first meter was amazing. After the restart, I had a very good pace. I had a very good car there. Also, I saw the car number 26, he had some problems with the rear wing, so he was struggling a little bit. So only with 3 laps of race, I had to attack. I tried my best, but you know, in Monaco, it's always very difficult to overtake.
Crazy short race. First of all, I want to thank my team, Supercup, for the amazing job. The car was really nice. And I'm super happy to be on the podium with Theo, which is the other Porsche Junior, and also congrats to Robert for his, I think, first Supercup win and his first win at Monaco.
There are always 2 sides of every story, so I'm very happy for Robert. Qualifying pole position and such a race. I mean, it was a short race, but it is what it is. Even if the race would have been longer, he did a perfect start. We're very proud of him. For Marvin, I'm very sad. I mean, his second out, again, big damage to the car. So to sum it up, instead of a possible 1 and 3, which would be 42 points in the team championship, now we have half points. The motivation level is still high, and we're gonna be back soon.
I had a good launch into T1, and then I saw the crash happening. I could just barely avoid it. I even touched the wall, but from there we controlled the race. I had some pressure from behind, quite a lot actually, but I enjoyed it. We crossed the line, we won it, the rookie class and P6 overall. Very happy with that.